What's going on, guys? We are live on a Wednesday, and it is going to be the best live stream for your viewing on this Wednesday night. So, Brandon, how have you been, my friend?
Good, just very tired. Extremely tired.
Yep. So, Adam, I did send you a link if you're still on the chat. Famous Slick Rick, how are you? Then we got Brandon, myself, and Bocce. It says there's 5 people watching. What's going on, Rail?
Did you notice that you can actually post? Well, I think you always could as a host, but now you can post from
Go ahead.
in the StreamYards now.
Oh, what's going on, Coop? JWC Tech, Fox, of course, Rachi.
Bocce.
So what has everybody been up to? I went to New York. I left late well, actually, it wasn't even late. It was about 6:45 Thursday night, and I drove straight through. Got there at about 11 the next day. Spent the whole weekend up in upstate New York, and there are so many garages and shops available for rent up there. It is absolutely ridiculous, but that leads me to believe that they just don't do well in that area.
It could be the taxes.
Though that is part of it too. What's going on, David?
You pay more taxes as a business owner than as a being employed.
Yep. So Farmer Kid Robinson, that's Cooper. That is my new nephew.
He's on there.
He's in the live stream, yeah.
Hey, Coop.
So he was at the wedding, obviously. We got to do some hanging out and stuff like that. So it was a good time. Hey, Adam, check your emails. I sent you a link. But yeah, there's no way in hell I would ever move to New York.
Sorry, Coop.
Not with the current administration and laws and rules and stuff like that they have.
Coop, you can come this way.
Bachi says, hi, St. Amber.
Hi.
Call it Hoffa's Hot Rods. I will be opening one in 5 years in San Antonio area. So how's work been?
Oh, it's been great. Just been extremely hot. Like it's been in the hundreds and above hundreds every day. So it's extremely hot in the shop.
Yep. Moved to Jacksonville, North Carolina, and sell cars to PFCs at 30% interest rate. Excuse me, Fox. I live just outside of Jacksonville, Sneeze Ferry.
A little too much information.
It's on my P.O. box address on my about page.
Okay.
Everybody knows I live here.
Let me get it.
Moving away from San Antonio area in 5 years. Sounds good to me.
Who said that?
Bocce.
Oh.
She lives out near New Braunfels.
Right down there from mom.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to going back to work. I went to Harbor Freight to use the coupon to buy one of their fans, and of course they were sold out. So tomorrow, they get their truck tonight. I'm going to go back tomorrow and see if I can't get one because I need something, man. That stagnant air is just horrible.
What's up, Anthony?
What's up, Tony from HR?
I went to Hazard Freight last Friday just for a few small things, and it was still just a few small things, and still ended up spending $90.
It's easy to do, man. So that creeper that I bought from there, it broke on me. So I took that back, and then I bought one of the cargo hitch racks and two dog leashes, like the wire leads. And I bought the 2 leashes and the cargo hitch rack for our trip to New York, but we ended up not needing them. So I took it all back in. I just got a gift card. I got the Hercules brand sandpaper. I got it from the 600 grit up to 800, 1200, 1000, 1500, 2000, 3000, and 4000. Because I watch a guy named Underground Paint King or Underground Paint Society, something like that. I forget. He used it on an actual client's car and it worked out really well. So I'm going to find an old fender at a junkyard or something like that and respray some clear on it in certain parts. And I'm just going to test it to see how this sandpaper stuff does. Amber, she can make me a same browser. So I'm gonna see how that stuff does. Well, doesn't work, I'll just take it back. But I'm waiting for that fan to get there, man. I mean, like I said, the 2 fans we have in the shop, they're on the opposite end, so I get no airflow whatsoever because I have that big C10 that we're working on in my bay towards the back of it, so it just cuts off all the breeze.
I got one, so I don't have a big one in my bay. The guy next to me has one who don't work in his bay hardly at all. He's kind of a runaround guy, but it's always running. So I guess it's blowing in that way. Link ain't working. You probably did the same thing that you did to me. And
yeah, Adam, I sent you a new email with a new link in it.
So I got this little Walmart fan that blows pretty hard that I picked up last week for $16.
So have you decided which way you want to go with a new toolbox, what you want to get?
I don't know if I'm just going to save up and pay out cash or I'm going to get stuck in payments. I probably should get stuck in any more payments because we got the mower now.
Yeah.
So that's $251 a month. But the payoff's supposed to be pretty quick on it. So
What's going on, Adam?
Yeah, well,
Have a good night, Cooper. 8 watching, that's not bad. I was expecting less. What's going on, Tommy?
hey, Bocce, hey, Anthony.
did I tell you that I finally bought a pair of those famous Lyle electrical disconnect pliers?
No, did you get them?
They're gonna be in tomorrow.
Nice.
Or
I
the Pico.
can't wait to see how they turn out.
Adam,
What you think of them?
beer.
Yeah, my wife knew Adam just cracked a beer.
Classic Adam.
No.
That and you hear that torch when he goes to light a cigarette.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'll be getting some new tools here soon too. I'm still waiting for Lindsay to mail that prize package I won. And then in Jude's live the other night, he gave away some Lyle players, like some hose disconnect players. Bocce won them, but she said send them to me, so he's gonna send them to me.
I've been missing everybody's live streams.
That Jude's live stream kept me awake through my drive that night.
Well, see, I gotta get up like 5 something in the morning and take care of all the animals on the property before I go to work.
So, yeah, my whole family watched that live that night. I stuck my little phone in the cup holder on the Suburban and listened to it.
You might hear some crazy stuff and listening to Jude's stream.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh, but at least Jude has a sense of humor. He's got.
It was that mic that was driving me crazy.
Yeah, Cass's mic was messed up the other night. So how's work been, Adam?
Still very busy. I wish I was doing more work in the shop so I could stay in my temperature controlled shop, but the field welding calls is pretty much all I've been getting.
What's going on, Dancing?
Dancing.
Which can't complain about, but rather be in here with all the stuff I bought.
Yeah, but that's what pays the bills.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to going back to work. That weather up in New York was amazing. No humidity. I mean, it was like 60s in the morning, low 80s to mid 80s during the day. It's absolutely gorgeous.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. What's up, Breezy?
What's going on, Breezy?
Where's it?
So, did you post like a yard sale or estate sale video this weekend, Adam?
No, I was out in the field both days, so I skipped one this week.
Okay.
Then I got for this week, my uncle gave me a huge 5-gallon bucket full of vintage Craftsman stuff I'll be doing a video on.
Nice.
They're starting to harvest the potatoes and stuff here, so it's been 7 days a week here working.
Quite a bit, Fox. That is actually going to be the next project on the channel since the Del Sol is done. It needs paint really bad. It's got that 90s GM spider cracking, and then it needs just random stuff. Like I went to replace the light bulbs in it today, and the passenger side headlight assembly is completely broken. I couldn't even get the rod that screws in the 5mm rod out at all. So yeah, so I've got to go through and order some new stuff like that. So I'm just going to end up replacing all of the lights, front and rear. It's going to cost about $100 from Rock Auto.
Now the rear lights on that, are they the printed circuit board ones?
I don't know what's going on.
That's what my Suburban had. It used to burn up those quite often.
What's going on, Gary? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Mr. Mach 1's got a pretty good channel. He's in that Mustang community. I watch him and a few other guys out there. They're good people. But yeah, I'm gonna take the rear ones off and take a look at it. Make sure I order the right stuff. But I did fix the air conditioning, and that thing works good.
What parts did you replace of it?
The compressor and then the evaporator dryer. And then the orifice tube thing. Forget what the actual name of it's called. Snow in October in upstate New York is what he's saying.
Well, they're saying here in Texas we had a pretty hot summer that we could have that they're predicting a bad winter here, a cold, wet winter here, extremely cold and wet.
They're saying that here too.
So we go from extreme heat to extreme cold.
Yeah, they said because the lack of hurricanes in North Carolina and then the weather we've had, we're supposed to get really bad hurricanes, but it's already into August and hurricane season's over like late September, early October. So I believe the shit when I see it.
Hi, Scott. Hi, Antonio. We're dancing.
Supposedly, last winter we didn't get any, but supposedly the part of Texas I live in now actually gets quite a bit of snow. When it does.
What's going on, ACM? So they get decent snow there, you're saying?
Yeah. Because I live right there on the almost on the border of Arkansas. I'm up in the woody part of Texas. The rest of Texas ain't like this part of Texas is all forest. Everything, the rest of Texas is just wide open. This is all forest here.
So we'll see what happens this winter. I would love for snow to be on my hunting trip in November in the mountains.
I think this year is the first year I'm going to go hunting in probably 15 years.
Really?
I'm going to go deer and elk hunting.
Nice. See, I would love to go elk hunting one day.
I beat elk one time, and that was some of the best meat I've ever ate. Way better than deer to me.
That's what I've heard.
All right.
So what other tools do you need to buy for work, Brandon? Is there anything like specific that you realized, hey, I really need to get this?
It's hard to tell. I'm always finding something I need. I did buy a bunch of tools, and I forgot to do a video. And I'm not the kind of guy to do videos at work. I'm not that comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, me and PJ, the tech next to me, we jam out the music all day long because it makes our day goes by faster. Our bosses hate it, but we got that music blaring in the back of that shop.
See, it's the same way with us too. A guy named Isaiah is the one that usually plays it. He plays some newer stuff, but a lot of older stuff. So I actually enjoyed listening to it.
Do they supply air to you, Brandon, or do you use battery tools?
Well, I use battery tools, but I do have each bay has our own air, so I use air tools too. I do need to get a new air hammer, but I gotta get a good air hammer. I might go on the truck for that.
See, that was actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Adam, because Brandon and I were kind of talking about that earlier. We said we were going to talk about it. Air, corded, or battery, what is it that you use the most of, and what is it that you bought that you thought you would use more and you haven't used it at all?
I have barely any battery powered tools because the work I do in the field, I have a big air compressor on my truck, so I use air. Then in the shop, I have power here, so I use all corded tools. Of all the tools I have, the only battery tools I have are those old Craftsman 19.2 volt sets. I have a couple sawzalls and stuff like that. But for the work I do, breaking flanges apart and all that, you have to have air in the field. Batteries do not last long enough for the stuff I do.
See, for me, it's kind of a mixture, a good combination of air and battery. So I've got that M12 ratchet and then a drill that I use. Like the drills for just like the headlight assembly on the Suburban, it's got 4 screws, 2 in each corner. I'll use it for something like that. If I were to put that on like an air drill, it's just too powerful. But when I'm doing like bumpers and stuff like that, we'll throw the air impact on and we'll take those big 21 and 22 millimeter nuts off from it. Tom motherfucking Dobie.
Hey, Tom.
Tom.
Hey, Jude. You have to do the hey me when you see Jude. You gotta sing it
Yeah.
to him.
What's up, Jude? You want a link, man?
Because in the shop, I use mostly my grinders when I'm doing welding projects and stuff in here. And as much as I have to do, a battery grinder just doesn't make any sense for me in here.
No, I don't like battery grinders. I've used them.
Yeah.
They drain batteries extremely quick.
I have 10 grinders on the wall. I don't like changing discs. So I have a grinder with every disc on it. And I got some big, like 6-inch and 8-inch grinders.
All my welding gear is at work right now. My grinders, my helmet, my gloves is at work. So I'm the welding fabricator guy right now since the son's out of work.
Take
Hey,
care.
Jude. Hey, David.
Yeah, So I bought some air stuff. And that cutoff snap-on tool that I bought, haven't used it once. But the die grinder from Mac that I bought I used that quite a bit with some the steel bristle brushes on it. I need to get like an angled die grinder too, and we use that just for like cleaning rust up and stuff like that.
The biggest air tool I use in the field is my needle scaler, and no one's made a battery or electric needle scaler for some reason. So most of my welding in the field is stick welding.
Well, I was just telling my boss that we needed he needed a needle scaler. He didn't even know what a needle scaler was. I was like, takes off slag, but sometimes when you're doing decks, it'll get right there in those fine areas that you can't just get with a grinder to clean up the weld.
Oh yeah, they're good at cleaning up really heavily rusted things too.
Yeah.
Especially like a nut on the bottom of a deck, it will knock all that stuff off it.
Yeah. Yeah. Talking about welding and nuts. My boss's son. I got a picture of it. Here. Give me 1 second. My boss's son had me come out there to look at a customer unit and asked me if I could bust the nut on it. But he said like this.
Even my wife looked up.
Oh, so look, let me get to. My computer would work. They've learned that that I'm actually pretty good at welding fabrication, so I'm the welder fabricator guy right now at the shop. Since the son is a certified welder, and yeah, this was a rounded off. I just presented it. This was a rounded off boat on a John Deere L118, which John Deere's for some reason those boats round off so easy.
Well,
That's the prettiest welding I ever did was on a nut.
I'm serious, Brandon. After 6 months of being there, you need to talk to them about a raise.
Yeah, I'm going to, but just being a month in, I just can't.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna give me a raise. Yeah, watch it. They discovered I was good at busting. Hey, I need a raise if I have to keep busting old guys' nuts.
So, Scott, I noticed that a lot of vehicles up there, I mean, obviously it's up north, there's rust, but like some of them, the bodies are just almost completely rusted out. It's like they know it's inevitable and they don't want to do it or they don't want to fix it. They buy a used cheap car, drive it around for 2 or 3 years, and then just junk it. So I don't even think like a custom restoration shop would even, or even just a body shop in general for rust repair would do that well up there. But
Tomorrow I'm making a 6-hour road trip to go get some more big drill bits for my shop.
yeah, I'm not doing anything except going to the beach tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna have to.
Did you see that batch of drill bits I got the other day?
I didn't know.
I'll go grab one for you here.
Yeah, I haven't really watched much YouTube since I left. I was watching Jude's stream on the way up there. I caught part of Theo's stream Sunday night, and then literally like 2 minutes into it, I fell asleep, so I turned it off, and my wife woke me up.
So I got some that go up to 3-inch now.
Oh wow!
And then I got a line on some that'll go up to about 4.5 by 16/7 inch. That's a drill bit.
What do you use those for?
I do a lot of lifting pad eyes for a crane company.
Okay.
They make these skids that I don't know what they put on them, but they have me drill these sometimes 3 inch, sometimes 3.5 inch holes. in these rounded steel plates.
How thick are the plates that you drill into with those?
2-inch.
2-inch.
Charge them $20 a hole.
Yeah. When I was in the Philippines, I got charged $20 for a hole.
Doesn't matter what side.
No, my wife's not impressed right now. Accident repair. Yeah. I figured that was probably mainly what it was up there.
Yeah, same here, Rail.
Nothing about the game yet.
Yeah, for those that didn't watch the video I put out earlier today, the channel is going to be going in a little bit of a different direction. Depending on what week it is, either a Monday or Wednesday night, I'll be doing a live stream. And then I'm going to be doing a lot more auto body related stuff. I'm going to literally, like, I'll just go to a junkyard and get a $15, $20 panel off from it. It doesn't even matter if it's like from a Pontiac Aztec or whatever. I just want the metal. And then I'm going to take like a ball peen hammer and smash it and put a dent in it and take a key and key the panel really good just to show how to properly repair it and stuff like that. And then I'm also going to test out different products and tools that are all body shop related. Like I bought some of the Nissan putty, the body filler, and then I used that on a buddy's truck, and I actually really liked it. So I'm going to make a video on using that. But then I also bought from them a like no mix putty glaze, and I thought it was complete garbage. So I'm going to show how it doesn't work. Stuff like that.
Do you have any experience with spray coatings like Rhino lining?
Not really. We sprayed some stuff on a boat deck, and I didn't really have much to do with it other than standing there shaking the cans. So when the owner ran out of the can he was using, he just put it on the spray gun. So I really don't have a lot with that type of stuff. Fluid film.
You know, Ken, I was sitting here thinking, instead of going out and buying a new toolbox right now, maybe I'll just pay a locksmith to make a key for the Husky box. That way I don't have to spend on a box right now.
That's not a bad idea. And I mean, worst case scenario, man, you could always put a padlock clasp on it.
I hate to, though. That was my first brand new toolbox I ever bought.
Yeah, I know. Because Anthony, are you still in the chat? Didn't it take you forever to get something from Husky for your box? I think it might have been rails or something for them.
Is your toolbox locked up? I mean, is it secure in the shop when you're not there?
Yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't have to worry, but then again,
let all your coworkers see you pick your nose, and then they'll never steal your tools.
See, I'm usually
touchdown, get a team.
dancing. I can't. So I can the top box, but the bottom box is this big long rod that connects to it that goes all the way to the back of the toolbox.
Oh, like the old Craftsman boxes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I ended up getting that Matco box, because I knew that SunX box, I would have to replace all the rails on the side of it. And I still haven't even finished painting those last 3 drawers. I kind of like it without them in it because it's a good storage area. I don't know that, and I wanted a nice toolbox. Just bust your nut on one and no one will touch it.
Oh God.
Uh,
Then you can just stick your tools to you whenever you need them.
Took maybe 3 months to get rails. First time I got lost in shipping. Second time they always went through a different supplier and the price was $465. PayPal was the only option. Yeah.
Hey, I see on Amazon they got keys cut to code. I'm gonna go look at my toolbox real quick because they got keys cut to the code for the Husky.
Is there a 4-digit number on the lock on the box?
Yeah, it's a 3-digit number. I'm gonna go look at it real quick. Be right back. Oh, can you mute me, Ken? Or you're gonna hear that dog bark.
Yep, you're muted. I do. Yeah, I made sure every single toolbox was locked before I left for vacation. Most of the people there at work I trust, and I would actually leave it open for them. But the 19-year-old kid, Devin, that has no tools and doesn't do shit, I don't trust him. So that's why I locked it.
Does the shop supply like the actual paint spray guns?
No. No. That's so a base coat and a clear coat gun is on the tools list of things I still got to get. No, those are about $1,200 to $1,500 a piece.
For a good one.
Yeah.
And that's low pressure, high volume.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, most places don't ACM. I mean, your guys are just fortunate that you provide them some stuff. Okay. So my oldest got his driver's license. He drove for the first time by himself today. I followed him to the high school. He was in the Suburban and I was in the Del Sol because he still got to learn a little bit with the clutch, more so of starting on a hill. So I want to be 100% proficient before he drives that. And then he took my wife's car to work tonight by himself. So
yeah, I just put my oldest, my daughter, I just put her in driving school because here, if you're under 18, you have to go through a mandatory driving school to get your license.
Thanks, ACM. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's the same way here. So they have to have 60 hours of drive time.
Yeah.
And it's got to be monitored 50 day hours, 10 night hours. Then he has to take the test. He took the test. He did really well with it. Now he's got to have 10 hours or 12 hours recorded with us in the car just to continue that to make sure everything is good. So he's got to do that in 6 months or when he turns 18.
And then she can't have any friends in the cars as passengers, only family members, I think, for the first 6 months.
So he can have one friend in the car with him and then family members. So it varies from state to state, but it's all very similar.
Yeah.
So $15 for a set of keys.
I was gonna show you something. Anthony said for the Husky he had to supply the key code and the serial number from the top drawer of his box.
Well, Amazon sells pre-cut keys for Huskies per key code, and so my key code's like A18. So A18 for the pair. This is for the bottom box. I already rekeyed the top box.
So what did you lose? Did you just lose the key to it or something?
Yeah. Years ago, because I never had the lock of that box.
So I wonder how much a locksmith would charge to cut a key for it.
You know, I'm going to ask my boss tomorrow because they've been in business a long time. They might know a locksmith that'll do it pretty cheap. And they're from this area. So they might know. I mean, I really don't think I have to worry too much. The guys I work with are really, really good. And then for the home, I could just buy another Harbor Freight 5-drawer and bring the 5-drawer, put a 5-drawer in the shop, and that'll be enough tools for the home shop.
Yeah.
I just need enough tools here to do videos. If I need something special, if I need something special tool wise, I'll just grab it at work and then bring it home and take
That's
it back.
what I do too. Like when I needed the torque wrenches for the lug nuts on the car, I just brought it home.
Yep.
Yes, I was born in '83. I'm going to be 40 this year in October.
Old man.
Uh,
I turned 41 this year.
I'm not sure, Anthony.
Spent too much money on soda pop and food.
28th dancing. You were close.
Dancing, you should see my socket drawers. If you disturb it, you have to shake the drawer to get everything to settle so it actually resets back into the box.
Mine's just the opposite, completely organized on rail systems.
I desperately need a bigger toolbox. That's one of those things I just can't spend money on for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I want a
got
nice
storage bins and everything.
I want a nice toolbox because I'm in a shop now, but in the end, I have a hard time justifying it. Too.
Yeah, mine was a need. I toured around. I looked at Cornwell, Mac, and Matco, and then I looked at a couple online and then some in the stores. And Matco just had what I think is one of the better boxes. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're all good boxes from the tool trucks and stuff like that, but the general conception that when I spoke to people about it, they all said go with the Matco because it was a better quality. They were happier with it. And their financing options was just so much better at a much better interest rate. And I mean, I don't have perfect credit, but I don't have bad credit either. But it was the way to go for me. And that's why I ended up doing it. Plus the toolbox I bought was actually used, so I got it at a much better price, but the guy only had it for like 3 months. He traded it in on one of the new carts that has the fancy wheels on it. So what they did is they actually upgraded the wheels on that toolbox to sell it used.
That's a good deal.
Take care, David. Or ACM, sorry. Have a good one. Ears and nose are the two body parts that never stop growing. They're around kitty cats.
I just ashed in a beer I was drinking.
Come across knack boxes. I have about 3, 5 now. Companies here keep them off the truck. My clothes, you can just take them off.
So where you work, Ken, I assume the company provides the paint and everything like that.
Yes, they do.
So you just supply all the equipment to actually do the work and all that, but they supply everything else.
Yep, they supply all the body filler, all the paint, all the sandpapers, mixing sticks, paint cups, the liners, all the
consumables.
Yep,
Oh,
they provide.
What I've been looking into getting, and I think I've been looking at the 3M ones, for my angle die grinders, I use those little, I think they're 2-inch sanding pads that stick to it.
Oh, yeah,
Like
those
the
are
purple and green ones.
Yeah, I haven't got into those, but everyone tells me they're the thing to have for, deburring and quick cleaning and stuff like
Yep.
that.
They make good work of it. They're like 36 grit, something like that.
And if you get the certain ones, Adam, you can remove gasket with them, and they're really nice for removing remove gasket.
Yeah, I've been looking at them through my Lawson rep, and they're pretty pricey through them, so I've been looking elsewhere for them.
Yeah, 3M products are pricey,
Yeah.
and it's
Hi, Bill.
a lot of the times it's worth it.
I use their, I think they're 4x6 emery pads a lot. I pay quite a bit for those, but they do work really good.
I got a friend who swears by Norton. Everything has to be Norton.
For like sandpaper products and stuff.
Grinding
Almost
stones, yeah.
everything.
Yeah. I haven't had any hands-on experience with that stuff, but like I said, the 3M stuff is expensive. What's going on, Pink's Garage? Welcome. Pink's Garage is another one of the Mustang guys I hang out with occasionally.
Hello.
Deal. Appreciate you popping in, Pinks. So that's why, as much as I hate to say it, I did go to Harbor Freight and I bought that Hercules line of stuff because the one guy that I was watching, he had good results with it. So, I mean, I'm not going to test it on a customer's vehicle or anything like that. Damn sure ain't going to touch it on my vehicle, but I'm going to test them on some used panels and stuff like that and see if they're worth using or not. Because I got a pack of 6. Well, let me go grab them.
I like the Adam. I don't know if you use one, but I like the Air belt sanders for grinding and deburring stuff.
I have one of the miniature. It uses the 3/4 inch wide belt, the little sanders.
Yeah.
The belt's probably only a foot long. I use that quite a bit on the lathe, but nothing big.
So this obviously is 600 grit. It's a 5-pack, and I paid well, it was either $4.99 or $6.99.
Can't beat that if they're any good at all.
Yeah. So you get 5 of them in there for, we'll say $6.99, the most expensive. If you were to buy 3M product like this, it will probably be for a 5-pack about $15 to $20. So I also got 800 grit, a 5-pack of 1,000, 1,200, and this is wet or dry stuff. 1,500. Here's what I'm really interested in. These finishing foam discs. So it's a 3-pack, so there's less of them in there. But even at $6.99, the one Trizac pad that I bought that was 1,500 grit from 3M that was like this, with the student discount was still $9 for just one of them.
Yeah.
So it also has 3,000, and then it goes up to 4,000. When you do paint correction, most of the time those guys go up to 3,000, maybe 5,000. So, like I said, I'm gonna give these a try on some used panels just to test them out and see how they do, because that's a much better cost.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, then so be it.
Anthony, I use Lawson products, but my rep cuts me a huge deal. He comes over and we drink together. He takes care of the local nuke plant, so he doesn't have to make the money off me. He makes off them. So.
All right, guys.
That surface tool.
Yeah.
there's another company that makes drums for it. And they're not that much more than the Harbor Freight ones. They're like 50% more, and you get more variety of grits to them.
Okay. You taking off, Brandon?
Yeah, I gotta take off. I gotta take care of the animals and then go get a shower.
All right. Sounds good.
5 o'clock hits early.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
All right, I'll talk y'all later.
All right. Take care, man. You'll have to send me an email with the name of that stuff, or
I will.
link or whatever for it.
Yeah, I'll look it up because I use that tool all the time for taking mill scale off plate.
Yeah.
And even the Harbor Freight pads work really good for it. The key I've learned with it is I don't push down on the tool a lot.
Yes.
If I push down a lot, it bogs down. It really eats the wheel up. If I just let it, like the weight of my hands using it, then they last a long time.
Yeah, basically just let the tool itself and the pad itself do the work.
Yeah, I've been very, very happy with that tool.
Yep, I'm actually looking forward. I bought the Bauer. I bought one of the Bauer polishers, and it was one of the mid-level ones, and it did not work that well. So I returned it, and then I ended up doing some more research on the higher end Bauer one. That's very similar to the DeWalt style ones we use at work and that we had in school. So I bought that, and I've been looking forward to using that and seeing how that does as well. Anthony, Kimball's with Midwest glue has saved my butt multiple times, especially on some of these older vehicles where the plastic's brittle. It'll help glue it and hold it in place, and then I can use the actual plastic glue to fix it the right way.
Yeah, we have a Kimball dealership here, or rep here. My Lawson guy gets me all my storage stuff for free, so I kind of stick with him. But I have no problem with Kimball stuff. Actually, I think the automotive part that he sells, the Kimball, is that the stuff that comes in the orange boxes? Because I think Lawson and Kimball are the same company, I think.
I don't know that much about him.
Because I can get brown boxes or orange. And I got a catalog somewhere.
But that's basically it for me. I'm just going to be doing some more gearing the channel towards automotive or auto body repair type stuff. I'm not going to do the Tool Time Tuesdays anymore. YouTube stopped pushing that out, and the Time to Prime never really picked up. So I'm gonna change things up a little bit, and when I do it, I'm just gonna randomly post videos. I'm not gonna do the whole set schedule thing anymore. It just wasn't doing anything for the channel. So you never know when I'm gonna upload a video, but there will be at least one per week, whether it's a short or a regular video.
That's good.
Fun, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been able to stick to any kind of a schedule with the stuff I do.
Yeah. And then when I buy new body tools and stuff like that, I'm going to make videos of actually showing them and then showing them being used. You didn't crash on the way home, did you? Hey, you may not be wrong, Dancing.
And every once in a while, and I don't know why I get super excited when I see it, I'll be watching another video, or another channel's videos, and one of my videos will show up in the suggested ones.
Yes.
It's the greatest feeling in the world.
Yep. That actually happened to me earlier. Let's see if I can get it to pull up.
Hey, Wood Metal Garage.
What's up, Wood Metal?
Oh yeah, dancing time of day and stuff. I don't worry about what time I post my videos or whatnot.
I gotta scroll through the 57 funny ass comments Dancing left on my videos. Yeah, it's not there, but it did pop up earlier.
Hey, Theo.
What's up, Theo? How you doing? Some guy recently did a count and he went back over 6 months or so and saw that it did not matter what time of day you posted about it with numbers to back up the research. I believe it. I don't even have to go watch it. I believe it. My key for my maximizer off Amazon, you just had to order the correct number. They were around $20. It came with keys, but they didn't work. Did I miss anything? No. Up to 14 people. I was not expecting that many for a random Wednesday night live stream. But like I said, best Wednesday night live stream out there right now.
Yep.
This is probably one of the only.
Well, you put a lot of lead time till your video came out, so people had time to.
Yeah, once Brandon said he would be able to join, I was like, okay, cool. So that's when I ended up doing it. Doing well, like a turd that won't flush. I like it, Theo. So list of sub channels I can find 615. I thought YouTube knocked him off or something, and then I found it was spelling 6 wrong.
You want your red blanket washed?
Yes, please. My son got a 2020 Mako 4S for $1,000 for a trade-in. That's a damn good deal. Yeah, and it's funny because the Cornwell dealer showed up and he'd been talking to me about buying a box and stuff like that. And I told him what I wanted, what I was looking for, that type of thing. And he kept delaying getting me the information for it. And I mean, he delayed for like 3 weeks. And finally I said, enough is enough. And when the Matco dealer showed up and he had that used box on there, I was like, go ahead and unload it. Sign me up. As he was loading his truck back up and getting ready to pull out of our parking lot, the Cornwell guy showed up. And when he came in, he saw the box in there and he was like staring at it and me. He goes, man, I thought we were talking about buying a box. I was like, we were talking, but you never delivered any of the information. He's like, well, I told you I was ready to buy it. You kept dragging your feet. So maybe next time you'll do a little better with the salesmanship. And he hadn't talked to me for like 2 or 3 weeks after that. And then he came around and started putting the flyers back on my box and stuff like that and started talking. He was just butt sore he lost out on a sale.
Well, yeah, if he knew you were motivated to buy one, he should have.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. But, oh well. Maybe one day I'll buy another one. But that'll be a long time from now when I actually need it. Military doesn't hold punches. No. All right, guys, we're coming up on an hour. So I'm going to end this here. So everybody that's in the chat, I appreciate you guys being here. Go check out all the guys that have a channel. Theo has a great channel. Dancing has a hilarious channel. It literally, every time I turn on a Dancing Alone with Reynolds video, I sit there and I think to myself, well, it's like a box of chocolates. I don't know what I'm going to get tonight.
He does do good stuff.
Yep. Wooden Metal's got one. Anthony, you need to get back to posting, man. We need to get you in there and start putting stuff up. Adam's got a great channel as well. How close are you to 6,000 subscribers now?
The other day, I just crossed 5,200.
5,200? Okay. So go check him out. Bocce's a great supporter. Rail's a great guy. And then obviously check mine out. For those of you that might have missed it, I did a OMT short Orion Motor Tools. They sent me 2 AC gauge sets or vacuum gauge sets. So the first one got lost in the mail. So when they were tracking it on their end, it showed lost. So they sent me another one. And then they both showed up within like minutes of each other. And they said, go ahead and keep the second one. So I'm going to do a giveaway when I reach 800 subscribers. So let y'all know, your friends know and stuff like that. Come check out the channel, things of that nature. And yes, Theo, Adam has a great channel as well. I love your yard sale and estate video sales. Those are my favorite by far.
Seems to be everyone's favorite on my channel. No one cares about the other nonsense, but the yard sales catch on.
All right, guys, y'all have a good night, and I will see you either next Monday or Wednesday night. You'll have plenty of notice again, like you did tonight, that I'll be going live. So take care, everybody.